Hello Taurus, and welcome to your October reading. So already October, we start right off with a full moon on the 1st. You'll probably get this on the 1st because life being a bit crazy, last minute to give you this. So there's a first full moon on the 1st, and we have another one on the 31st. So this full moon is Aries, the summum of the I am house, the house of self, ruler of the house of self. We will be having a new moon in Libra to bring balance into our life, and another full moon on the 31st of October for Halloween, and it is called a blue moon because this only arrives once in a blue moon, and this one will be in Taurus, in your sign. So the house of value, of what you have, possessions, but also your values, the value of you. So that should be very interesting to have a beautiful full moon in your sign on Halloween. All right, let's start. I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. First of all, I have the Two of Cups. So we're talking about unions, mirrors in our lives. Yes, it can be our lovers, husband, wife, but also sister, brother, parent, friend, co-worker, everyone we connect with. The principle of mirrors is that they will mirror what we bring out there, our vibration. So some will mirror the best of us, others the worst or the lack or whatever distortion we have to take care of. This month you will see one such mirror. You will get the clarity on one such mirror. And that mirror will be the mirror of the Five of Swords. And after I have that clarity, Ace of Swords. Okay? So the Five of Swords, what is it? Five of Swords, and by principle we're talking the mind, okay? How we think, how others think. Five of Swords, the guy is winning, yes, and he is in his right to win. He has the best arguments, he has the law on his side, he has all of these things. But there are two people here leaving in the back. The thing is that there's a difference between winning because we can or being happy. It's defeat. The art of defeat. We can do that to ourselves. We can have a part of us that can defeat another part of ourselves with those little voices inside of us. Or we can have people around us that do that for us. So this is the mirrors. You're going to recognize how the Five of Swords is actually being applied in your life this month, Taurus. Under the Two of Cups, I have the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Wands. End of a cycle of the way you come about, you bring yourself, you try to carry things. And the Eight of Wands, this is when the universe can play with us, serendipity, back and forward, messages, moves, arrows of love, we used to call it. There, when events go one after the other, we feel the flow, we're in the flow. But since there's a Ten of Wands here, that tells me that that flow is blocked. Because you're carrying on your shoulders the sum of your past cycle, which at this point actually blocks your view. You don't even know where you're going. Under that, I have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is like something preventing you from actually feeling the happiness and the joy of connecting with people where everything is up on the surface and nice, and I'm celebrating, and it's great. There's something in your past cycle that you're still holding on that is preventing this to happen to you. And that thing is the Five of Swords. Under the Five of Swords, I have 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles. That tells me that for some of you, it's in your family, in your bloodline, in the way you were educated, or in your empire. 3 of Pentacles. Some of you, it's in your work, but it's when it comes the time to actually create something, build something, and that something can be a project per se, can be a relationship, can be whatever. We always build and work together. 3 of Pentacles is when there is harmony in every aspect of manifestation and creation. The vision, the will, and the craft. Those 3 aspects. So with the 7 of Swords, either somebody lacks the will, somebody lacks the vision, or somebody lacks involvement. 10 of Pentacles, when it comes to creating a connection that is true, honest, from a fulfilled place, and that is actually going somewhere. Here under our Ace of Swords, clarity on 5 of Wands, conflict. So you could have had conflict at home, conflict in the family, and just not knowing, how can I make this more harmonious, more flowing, more, it's like if there's some people sabotaging here just because they can. 5 of Wands is conflict, different willpowers going all over the place. So you might have had that. And under that, I have the 10 of Swords, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. So, right away, 10 of Swords. This is when we reach the bottom of, or I should say the peak of how swords can hurt us. What are swords? Words, thoughts, belief, everything that has to do with the spoken. And at that point, we realize all the ways that we have been betrayed in the past, but also all the ways that we've betrayed ourselves. How's that? How can I betray myself if somebody is actually 5 of Swording me? Saying something that makes me feel all sad and losing and all of that. It's all in the perspective of how you take it. You're going to see the clarity in that conflict. Some of you maybe had a conflict when it comes to that, connections with people, feeling defeated and all of that. You're going to see the clarity and the reality on that, so that you can be in your power. Maybe you weren't in your power before, but so that you can be in your power to manifest. And that understanding, clarity that is coming this month is going to move the Wheel of Fortune for you. And bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Swords under, so you can continue your path in healing and all of that. Let's clarify this for Taurus. Spirit. Call upon Spirit. I call upon the Divine. I call upon the Holy Light. Call upon the Light. Call upon the Spirit. Call upon the Divine. Help me clarify this reading for Taurus. Okay, Taurus, 2 of Cups. Show me the 2 of Cups. Ah, Temperance here. So see Temperance, how it is brewing, the Two of Cups. Whatever has happened to you, or that is going to happen to you this month, was brought by the divine, so that you can rise and mature your cup. You know how we temper metal for it to become steel. Sometimes it goes through fire, and then we hit on it, and then we dip it in water, and so on, repetitively, until everything that has to go from the raw metal can go, so that we are left with a beautiful sword. He is brewing the waters like that. He is bringing experiences, so that at one point you can see the bigger picture of what is happening, and so that things are not happening to you but for you, so you can realize something and readjust something within yourself. We don't have any control on the people around us. They are just mirrors showing us something that we need to have clarity on. Let's look at your Five of Swords. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, okay. Ten of Swords. We know you're going to end up at the Ten of Swords here at the end of the month. Don't be afraid of the Ten of Swords. It's the end of the feeling like defeated by life and all of that. It's the end of it, because at that point you see the price of it. And you're like, okay, I'm not playing in there anymore. And I understand. The sun is rising. I am not in that darkness anymore, in that unknowing. Here I have King of Wands and the Star. Okay, that's interesting. King of Wands is a masculine side, that means in actions. And the Star, when it's in the Star, it's supposed to be inspired. That would be inspired actions. Based on faith, in total integrity and alignment. So this, to notice this, to pass your Ten of Swords of this Five of Swords, is actually because you have to finish your cycle of Ten of Wands here. It's actually to give you back that power of will, whether you're a man or a woman. That kind of, this is my will, and this is my integrity. I am aligned with my stars. I can actually receive, instead of feeling like dépourvu, like you don't receive, people one up on you and deceive you in a way, because they come with arguments and things like that that just are hurtful, or just the situation per se. Okay, people act at the limit that they are. So here, realizing all of this, so that emotionally you can rise above it, get in your power, leave your whole baggage behind, and gain to that faith of Star. Show me that Ace. Ooh, okay. The Devil, Six of Pentacles. You're gonna get the clarity on where you lose your power. That's what the word I was searching. That Five of Swords here, they lost. Okay, that feeling of losing. So that feeling of losing, we end up not really having faith and not having control over our own power. That's why you need the clarity on that to gain it back. Here, Six of Pentacles. That is being able to receive and give out of fulfillment, out of a fulfilled place with no expectation. That means we're out of the Five of Pentacles, where we're not enough, what we do is not enough, we don't receive support, we don't receive gifts from the universe, we are in lack. The clarity about this, because this is all a question of the way you think. And of course, if you think like that, it's going to be mirrored out there. You're going to see that. That's your devil. So you're meeting your devil. And the fact that there's a full moon in your sign, Taurus, at the end of the month, I think that this is going to be complete. It's going to take its expansion to the point, 10 of Swords, where the truth is going to come out. 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands here. So we have Temperance, angels, brewing you, tempering you, to prepare that water within yourself. So in a way so that you can have better exchanges with people. Happy exchanges where everything is on the surface. There isn't anything, oh, is he trying to screw me from behind, or I feel this. No, what you see is what there is, joy and simplicity. Ah, yes, Tower. So for that, you need to let go of your past cycle of wands, of what you've been carrying on your shoulders, because you will never reach that point carrying it. You need to unblock the flow of life within you, the flow of serendipity, and I'm just doing things and going forward. The Tower is going to be an awakening on what you hold on to. Sometimes we can hold on to past hurts and past wounds and all of that. And that prevents us from moving on, from actually enjoying what is coming. Show me that that 9 of Cups and 4 of Wands. Because with all of that, the Tower is coming down. You probably had a shock, like an awakening, like, whew, I wasn't expecting this, that affected your happiness. And 4 of Wands, it's our home, it's our body, it's our capacity to rejoice with people. That's why often it's like a wedding. Rejoice with people with just that ease of I'm gathering with people and everything is good and happy, and no more than that. Let's look at this. Ah, yeah, well, there's the 5 of Pentacles, a 9 of Sword, anxiety that got you overwhelmed emotionally, and it could have had something to do with 10 of Pentacles. Some of you, your finances, others of you, your family, your stability, all of that. Your empire, okay? That's where it starts. But that event is to make you understand something about the mirrors in your life. And so it's not them, it's we always have to look at our part in the dynamic, okay? Let's look here at that 10 of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Ah, the Moon. 6 of Wands. The Moon in your 10 of Pentacles. Everything that you thought that was stable and solid and abundant, here there's the Moon. Because of that 5 of Swords, because of that lack of faith and feeling like you don't have any control or power. 6 of Wands is acknowledgement of self. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I know who I am. That is an energy of feeling good within oneself. And since the Moon is there, that tells me that there's a bit of a inner quest to happen here. When it comes to that Ten of Pentacles here, things are in a fog maybe. For a while, things will maybe be in a fog when it comes to your empire here. What is it? Parts of you will want to howl at the moon and react and all of that. And other parts of you will actually want to guide you through a transformation. Your higher self will want to guide you through a transformation so that you can get the clarity about the situation. And the clarity is not like finding, who's wrong and all of that. The clarity is seeing the whole picture. Like Temperance has the sun sign on his third eye, seeing everything that is involved. Three of Pentacles. See? Death. That's good. After the moon comes death. The moon's goal is to pass those two pillars to get to the sun and the clarity through that period, relying, going within and finding the truth within. And death in the background, you have those two pillars. Because once we actually went inside and saw these parts of us and understand that, yeah, I see that the goal is not that I win, but the goal is that I am happy. 9 of Cups. Then I can transform and accept to let go of what is actually hurting me. Then I have the Pope on the Three of Pentacles. I can use my discernment, my wisdom, when it comes to the interaction with other people, because the goal is to build something and not to be right. Now let's look here, the clarity on actually that give and take thing, which is here you have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, anxiety, abandoned, all of that. Show me that Five of Wands, that conflict. Lovers, King of Cups. So the conflict here will be resolved because you will make a choice to elevate yourself in a very... The King of Cups is emotional intelligence, applied emotional intelligence. He knows his worth, he knows who he is, he knows how he feels. He has all the self-love necessary to feel calm and serene within himself, no matter what happens out there. And making a choice, lovers, with the new clarity on Six of Pentacles. I am not abandoned, I am not left out in the cold, I don't lack, I am enough. That kind of serenity is what is going to move the wheel of fortune for you. 10 of Swords, Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. And here we have our Two of Cups with an Eight of Wands. What was blocked before will be there now. And so our Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, arrows of love, back and forward, pleasant conversations. Not, oh, this is what I'm getting. No. Now this will be able to happen because you will be yourself, emotionally fulfilled within yourself. Content, knowing who you are, acknowledging yourself. And here, Four of Wands, you will be now able, instead of gatherings and other people are a source of anxiety and feeling left out in the cold, then they will be a source of joy and a source of receiving. That is a big switch here, Taurus, for you. And it is going to be through actually assessing your will, your power, what you carry with you, and your faith when it comes to this empowerment, when it comes to Five of Swords here, winning instead of being happy. How others use it around you, how you yourself use it. Because with the moon, there's a lot of introspective thing happening here. So, anything that prevents you from actually enjoying communion with other people, that is what you have to look at. And you're gonna see the clarity of it this month. Probably near the end of the month, near that full moon on the 31st. So, how could I call that? Yeah. Clarity on the Two of Cups. Clarity on the mirrors in your life. Anyway, you'll see how I name it. So, on this, my beautiful Taurus, I'm gonna send you all my love and light. Thank you for sharing, commenting, subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and full moons, I do a special ceremony to give you back. If you want a private reading, the description is below. You write me to that email and I'll send you the information. And so on this, through all we are going through this crazy 2020, in any way, shape or form, I send you my love and light. And remember that you are the light holder in your life. All right. See you next month.